Welcome back to Extraordinary Women. I'm Shannon Skinner, and I'm joined by Shellyann Siddoo, who's a motivational speaker whose story is certain to really move you in ways that perhaps you've never even imagined. In the segment before we take a break, I'll have my regular Good to Know Minute. When I ask my guests for their top tip on creating a successful life, you'll hear Shellyan's. Shellyann, hello.
Hello, Shannon. Such an honor to be in your show.
Well, thank you so much for being here. Now, you're not originally from Toronto. You grew up from a land far, far away.
And from the bright, sunny Caribbean in Trinidad and Tobago. I was born in Trinidad and moved to Canada at the age of 6. My parents actually brought my sister and I to Canada for a better life.
For a better life?
Yes, and for a bright future, so we can have anything we dream of to make it possible, because we were told as kids growing up that, you know what, in Canada you can have all of your dreams, and that's what I'm doing. I'm living my dream each and every moment.
Now, you're a really remarkable and inspiring young woman, because not only are you determined to get out and speak in front of people, but the reason that has driven you really for your purpose is really unusual and very inspiring. Just for the purpose of the audience, you are wearing sunglasses because you're vision impaired?
Yes. Well, actually what happened was 3 years ago I was given a unique opportunity to see and explore our world through my heart rather than just my naked eyes, and I'm able to give hugs rather than just handshakes. Amazing, isn't it? Well, you see, what happened was almost 3 years ago I was severely burnt on my face, neck, chest, arms and hands, and as a result I lost my vision completely and lost use of both of my hands.
So you were working at the time in a lab and something happened?
Yes, actually I was working downtown Toronto in a lab close by here, and I was actually burned by ultraviolet light. So I believe it was 2nd degree burn, and I lost 2 layers of my skin, and the last mental picture that I have of myself was I was pink. So to love and appreciate yourself and to be all that you can be still, everybody says that my skin has healed, but I haven't seen myself as yet, so hopefully one day soon. But honestly, it's to love and appreciate yourself for all that you are, and to know that always come from a place of love, because the way that I look at it is that we're just a pure embodiment of pure love. So that's all we have and that's all we are, so why not share that with others? So that's my message.
So you were working in the lab.
Yes.
Ultraviolet light burnt you.
Yes.
You didn't lose your vision immediately. This was something that was gradual.
Yes, and during that time I had to prepare myself mentally and emotionally as well, because just remember waking up every morning and seeing less and less. It was a scary experience. And then unfortunately, approximately 3 months later, I woke up one morning and I was not able to see anything. And I remember just waking up with a sense of fear and sadness, not knowing what my future held. And at that moment, I had to stop myself and think back of the 24 beautiful years that I was able to see and explore a magical world. And at that moment, I had to make a choice. Decide, how was I going to live the rest of my life? Was I going to choose to live a life of defeat? Or was I going to seize every opportunity that comes my way? Because honestly, I didn't know why this was happening to me. But what I always believed is that everything in life happens for a reason. And we may not always know the reason at first. But through my experience, I've not let my disability stop me from being all that I am, and that's why I'm here today and sharing my message of hope and inspiration with others.
So you had 3rd-degree burns on much of your body.
Mm-hmm.
Not only did you lose your vision, but you've also lost the use almost completely of your hands.
Yes. Well, actually, what happened, the hands are very, very sensitive as well too. So it's very sensitive to touch, or if anything touch it, it starts to burn. It has this burning sensation, so that's why it's actually in a fist.
So over time, your hands gradually sort of receded in ability.
Yes.
What did the doctors say?
Well, actually, they haven't really told me anything much. It's a miracle that I am how I am, and actually over the past few weeks, a couple of weeks, I've been able to see shadows, and that's such a blessing, and oh my goodness.
That's incredible.
Yes.
After almost 3 years?
Almost 3
You're
years.
starting to see shadows now.
Yes.
Yes, I noticed last night you made an announcement on Facebook
I know.
to your friends that it was a big deal for you.
Yes. At first, I didn't want to say anything right away because I was scared, because not knowing if this is going to be here forever, because it's all so new. So after 2 weeks, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to announce it today on Shannon Skinner Show, Amazing Extraordinary Woman TV. So I'm like, let me give the opportunity to my Facebook fans an opportunity to know what's going on. And to me, my Facebook friends are family as well too. I consider them as my extended family.
Now, how has this, this accident and your resulting injuries, your being vision impaired and not having the use of your hands, I mean, how has this affected you in your daily life?
Well, actually, every day is a challenge, as you can imagine. You have to learn to, I say that I'm a master of visualization now, because even the TV shows, I create my own movies, so everything is my own picture. And actually, things that we used to take for granted, like holding a cup, for instance, I can no longer hold a cup. I normally drink from a straw. Like the simple task of opening a toothpaste, I have to be creative and inventive and use my teeth to try to open it. And you know, it's all about maximizing what you do have your resources. And that's how I look at it. So whatever opportunity I get to be all that I can be, like even the simple task is me doing my laundry, you know, like simple daily things have been stripped away from me, I believe, but I still try to maintain it by doing and being all that I can be, like doing my laundry, and even if I have to do it like 3-4 times per week, because I can't really take down all the clothes all together at once, but it's just to do simple little tasks that, you know, that I used to do, that I used to take for granted before.
Now, you don't leave the house without help.
No, I can't, because as soon as I open the door, the world is dark to me. So I need at least my mom, dad, or one of my close friends along with me.
And now, is there hope for full recovery?
Of course, I am never giving up hope. At the moment that I lost my vision completely, you know what, I knew something inside of me. At that moment, I said that, you know what, if anything is curable, it's from me to cure whatever it is from within. And I believe in the impossible, and I don't call it impossible. I said I am possible, and that's what my mission is.
And where are you getting your greatest source of support in your life now?
From my mom and dad, as well as all of my friends and family.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And of course, your mom's here in the audience. And I believe that's your dad,
yes,
too?
my mom and dad.
Yeah, hello.
I'm so blessed to have them. And honestly, at a young age growing up, I learned from both of them, actually, the importance of giving back and to being all that you can be and living your dreams. My dad is 75, he's still at work. My mom, at the age of 50, she went back to school and got her aesthetic license and stuff like that. So they were always motivating me to do even more. So now that I'm visually impaired and don't have the use of my hands, there's so much things that I can still do and be all that I can be, because they're such great source of inspiration for me. As well as I have a wonderful mentor, Sonia Rakati. I think you've heard of her. And
yes,
also,
Sandra Rakati. Yeah.
Yes, and also an amazing friend in New Delhi who is actually watching right now, Mona Jaga. She's actually an incredible friend as well too, have always been there to support and love me.
You said that you have, there's a number of people from India watching the show today.
Yes, they are.
Would you like to say hello to them?
Hello, everybody. Welcome. And today is a beautiful, wonderful day in Toronto, and we're sending our love and blessings to you.
Now, you've decided that you are going to step up and speak, ideally around the world,
Yes,
delivering messages of hope and love and hugs.
Yes, because I believe that we should all come from a place of love, especially when connecting with ourselves and with others. Because when you do look at it, the true essence of who we are is just pure love. We're created by love, and that's all we have, and that's all we have to give. So why not always come from a place of love? So my message of hope and inspiration is to travel around the world and give others an opportunity to say, you know what, you can be all that you can be. Nothing can stop you. You're a powerful being. You're a survivor. Know it, feel it, and most of all, believe it. Because nothing is happening to you. It is all happening for you.
which is actually fantastic because we're going to take a break. I have my Good to Know Minute, and I know you've got a great tip which has something to do with that.
Definitely.
You can say it now.
Live each day to the fullest, regardless of your physical limitations, your circumstances, or your situation. Because nothing is happening to you, it is happening for you. Your life is not based on your circumstances, it is based on your choices. With love, faith, belief, and determination, everything is possible.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, more with Shellyann Siddoo. Welcome back to Extraordinary Women. I'm Shannon Skinner, and I'm joined by Shellyann Siddoo, a motivational speaker, young woman who 3 years ago had a tragic accident, lost her sight and the use of her hands. She's not let that hold her back. She's on a mission to share inspiring messages of love, hope, and hugs around the world.
Thank you, Shannon.
I'm really enjoying having you here on the show.
Thank you.
Now, you are writing a book.
Yes, I am.
Soaring Above All Odds.
Yes, I am.
What does that mean?
It's actually that despite whatever you're facing right now, whatever situation, circumstances, or physical disability, I like to say physical unique ability. I don't like to use the word disability. But it's about knowing that you can overcome every obstacle and be all that you can be and soar above all odds and take that magical journey.
And that's also the name of your workshops that you put on.
Yes.
Soaring Above All Odds workshops.
Yes. And it's where I inspire others to be all that they can be. And through a number of exercises, we go through, and actually it's some of the tips that I have, it's on how people can overcome what they're facing right now and be all that they can be and love life and enjoy life and live, laugh, learn, and love no matter what, each and every day.
Now, you wrote a poem, and it's called I Have Chosen, and I'm just going to read the first bit of it. I have chosen to walk in faith and not by sight. I have chosen to resolve conflicts with love rather than fight.
Yes. Actually, where that came from, it's that, right now in the world, I hear so much people complaining about the war and all these negative emotions and everything like that. And, what I want to really inspire is, we're just love, and that's all we have, and that's all we have to offer. Why not come from a place of love? And through the bond of love, you create lasting and wonderful relationships. And honestly, that's what I've done. And it's such a blessing that I've been able to do that over the past 2 years, especially.
I'm sure that it would be very difficult for many people out there to be able to find gratitude and blessings in having lost their sight and use of their hands. So I think that you are an incredible role model for many people who have had similar situations in their lives.
Thank you so much. But you see, for me, gratitude, it's that the fact that I'm able to wake up every day and that I'm able to breathe on my own and that I'm able to walk in itself is a blessing. And I'm just surrounded by pure love with my amazing parents, my sister, my amazing friends and family. It's that there's so much things that we have to be grateful for. And many times we're focused on the negative. But if we spend time focusing on the positive, just imagine the amount of more blessings that will enter our lives, and always come from a place of love. Like, that's honestly the most important thing, is that knowing that you're just pure love and you're just surrounded by love. And with every beat of your heart, you're connecting with others through just the medium of love. So why not share that and inspire others by giving them a hug?
Now, speaking of hearts, something else that is actually remarkable about you, because not only are you out there creating workshops, you're writing a book, you're out speaking to inspire others. Given the fact that you can't see and you don't have use of your hands, you actually paint.
Yes, I do.
And we're going to show just a slide here, a shot of one of Shelleyann's paintings that she actually painted for me. And there's a lot of meaning here. So maybe you can actually describe this, and thank you so much from all of my heart for this painting, this gift.
Thank you so much. So the painting is actually a part of my I Am Possible project. Many people say everything is impossible. Well, I said no. I am possible. So yes, I'm visually impaired. I don't have the use of both of my hands. So during a conversation with my friend, we always like to challenge each other. And she's like, Shelly, what do you want to do that you haven't done as yet? And I'm like, why don't I paint? Because I don't have the use of my hands and I'm visually impaired. So I want to paint. So the whole I Am Possible project was born through my mission to do the I Am Possible. And for your painting, Shannon, you've done so much, and actually connecting with you since last year. Everywhere that you go and everything that we look at your Facebook page and stuff like that is only pure love. So what it is, it's actually the center of the painting. It's your heart connecting with the world. So in all four corners of the world, you're connecting to the medium of love. So that's what this painting inspires.
Maybe if we can have another shot of this beautiful painting, because I love it. So in the center is my heart, and yes, around how it's impacting.
Yes.
Thank you so
and
much.
Connecting to the world.
Connecting to the world. So yes, thank you so much for this beautiful gift.
Most welcome.
How do you paint?
Well, actually, with the help of friends, of course. And I get a lot of arguments. Shelly, the heart is not right. How don't we just do it over again? So what they normally do is take the long brush and they direct my hand. And then from there, I paint the heart. And then I do it in the middle, because then through my thumb, I can feel where there's a missing spot, because the paint is wet. So that's how I figure it out.
Oh, so you figure it all out by touch?
Yes.
And somebody else is helping you?
Of course, yes.
And so is this how you actually are able to, I know you do a lot of Facebooking and blogging, and you have people who actually read for you.
Yes. Oh, I'm so blessed to have an amazing team behind me. I don't call them my friends. They're beyond friends. They're actually like family. And it's actually a global team that I have from people all over the world. That's why we're able to stay online actually almost, I would say, 20 hours per day, trying to communicate with others. And we actually receive hundreds of emails per day with people asking me about coming to me with their problems, and lots of phone calls. And I am able to do so with my amazing team who goes on, who donates their time to make sure that each and every person get their messages answered. So that's how I'm able to do what I do.
How many people work with you to help you operate?
Right now, 10. Wow. And it's growing.
Yeah.
And it's all because it's through the medium of love, Shannon. And that's how I was able to connect with others. And also, we have to maximize our resources. I wanted to share my message of hope and inspiration with the world. So I'm like, how can I do that? And it was actually by the 3 tips by creating a vision. I had to create a vision for myself. And through that, I had to be crystal clear on what I wanted to accomplish. So much so that others will believe in me. And the second tip is connect. I had to connect with others. And I connected with others through the medium of love and appreciation. And the third is collaborating, because I strongly believe in collaborating with others, because through that we can get our message across to a wider range of people. You know, many times we don't want to collaborate because we think, oh, somebody is going to be better than us, and all these negative stigma behind collaborating. But honestly, it's such a blessing, it's such a gift, and I encourage everyone to collaborate. Because we're all in this world together, we all have unique talents and gifts. So why not work together and maximize each other's resources and let each other shine through one another?
So create a vision, connect with others, and collaborate.
Yes, the 3 C's.
The 3 C's.
Yes. And you know, also I'd like to share another message is that, you know, many times when we're faced with a difficult situation or circumstances, we sometimes ask ourselves, why me? Well, honestly, everything is happening to you for a reason. Just be all that you can be. Be your true self, and know that, you know what, you're a powerful being. And no matter what's happening right now, it's happening for a reason. Learn the lesson and move forward. Don't blame yourself. Don't spend time wishing you could have, should have, would have done things differently. Because honestly, you didn't. So what? Move on, learn the lesson, and move forward, and be all that you can be, and shine your beautiful light on this world, because we need your light and we need your gifts.
Now, I have to ask you this question because I'm most curious. What was your dream job when you were actually working at that lab, and when you that was your first job at a school? What did you dream for yourself at that time? How would your life unfold?
Actually, my dream job was to become a neurologist. So that was my dream job, but now it's actually a lot different. And actually right now my dream is living my dream every day. Is that every day I get a chance to wake up and create the day that I choose. It's all based on myself, on what I choose to do. And to me, that's such a blessing in itself.
Now, would you change anything if you had the chance?
No, I would not change a thing, because you know what? Now I'm able to see and explore the world in a different way that I've never done so before. And not many people have this opportunity, I should say, because to me this is a unique opportunity. And honestly, this world is such a magical place for us to be in right now. And always come from a place of love. That's my strong message, is that when you come from a place of love, you connect with yourself in such a deeper level, and you get a stronger appreciation of life itself, because life is such a beautiful gift to us. It's not a by right, because many people think that, oh, tomorrow they're going to live. Nobody is guaranteed tomorrow. Be all that you can be now, because this moment here and now is all that matters, because tomorrow is just an idea. Yesterday was the past and it's just a memory, and today is reality. So just accept it and have fun doing it, and live life to the fullest and enjoy yourself.
Well, Shellyann, it's been such a pleasure having you on the show, and our time is unfortunately up, because I would really love to have the opportunity to continue this conversation with you. How can people find out more information about you and reach you? What is the best way?
Well, actually, there's two ways that you can reach me. The first way is actually you can read my daily words of inspiration that I do have on Facebook. It's www.facebook.com/inspirationinaction. And also you can follow me on my blog at shellyansiddoo.blogspot.com.
So Facebook /inspirationinaction, and your blog is Shellyann Siddoo at blogspot.com.
Shellyann Siddoo.
So, Shellyann Siddoo at blogspot.com.
Yes. Thank you so much, Shannon.
Well, thank you again, and I wish you all the best in all that you do, and very grateful for that painting. So thank you from the bottom of my heart.
You're most welcome. Thank you, and wishing your beautiful audience a beautiful and blessed day, and just be all that you can be. Thank you.
Well, if you are interested in transforming your life, I hope these stories have inspired you. You've been watching Extraordinary Women on thatchannel.com. I'm Shannon Skinner. See you soon.